You ever wondered, where does Pennywise come from? What is his true origin, especially if you're not familiar with the true lore behind Stephen King's shared universe? Episode 2 of It, Welcome to Derry may have just revealed some key information about this, directly linking this show to The Shining as well, and to a specific military operation that's taking place within the show. And it involves a giant cover-up. You see, there are certain characters with the Shine ability that are used in this specific operation. This guy was tested. He was beaten in the first episode as a test by the military to see what his brain can do, and it is inferred that he may have the Shine ability as well, maybe, perhaps. And so does this guy, who, by the way, is a character from the Shining movie, and both of them are involved in this military operation, PRECEPT, to find a specific weapon. This military operation has been involved in dig sites, digging into the earth underneath Derry to find something that was lost, something that was buried a long time ago, a specific weapon that they can use against their enemies, because Soviets are apparently planning to use nukes on the US, and they want to be able to destroy all their enemies. Because of course, in all movies now, military want to weaponize every single thing, everything. And that weapon is fear. Something that can manifest fear that's so incomprehensibly bad that a man can stay frozen in it, and it will destroy him from the inside out. That being probably Pennywise. This entity that they've seemed to have observed for some time. They've observed him enacting his abilities on people before and completely destroying them. And they want that power for themselves so they can use it on America's opposition. The show reveals that there are beacons that give off signals that could pinpoint the location of this weapon, of Pennywise himself, or maybe something else. And each of these beacons represents something. At the end of the episode, we see this. A vehicle with corpses that have guns on them, okay? Now, if you know anything about the history of Derry in Maine and the lore of Stephen King, then you probably theorize that this is a specific gang that got massacred in 1935. The Bradley Gang. And this is one of the tragedies that Pennywise has caused. Pennywise caused a gang shootout, and the violence and the fear and the chaos, he siphoned power from that. And every time Pennywise does this, he leaves a piece of his essence, a piece of that fear there, something that can be sensed and tracked by people with the Shine. So all his killings leave a trace, so he can be traced, maybe. We have a couple tragedies that underline the history of Derry, Maine, that Pennywise is directly responsible for. When Pennywise first landed, he waited for humans to come through. And the first settlers in Derry, Maine, the area that would become Derry, Maine, got killed. They disappeared because of him. Then, later, maybe decades later, I think, a factory explosion went off, caused by him. The Bradley Gang got massacred. And in 1962, which is where this show takes place, we have the Black Spot incident, where a bunch of black people were burned alive in a house, and it was thought to be a racially motivated crime, but Pennywise is behind it all. And that probably will occur in this show, because this character, I think, is one of the characters that's supposed to die in that incident. So he's cooked, literally. I believe he will be part of the last beacon used to pinpoint Pennywise's location. Now, of course, they're not going to be able to find and hunt down Pennywise before this. And if we're going by the logic that everywhere Pennywise goes, there's a tragedy, and that tragedy leaves a trace, can it be a smaller tragedy, like a family and a boy dying? Because the opening scene of the first episode of Welcome to Derry showcases this dude, this kid, sucking on a pacifier. And when he gets killed by Pennywise's demon baby form, the camera does a slow-mo shot of the pacifier falling out and going inside a gutter. Maybe this will be used again later in the show. Maybe it'll be traced again. Maybe it's one of the beacons. It serves as an object, maybe not a big one, but a small object that can help them. Creates a signal for them to find Pennywise. And does it all lead to him? Does it all lead to his lair? His lair maybe is underground somewhere. We know Pennywise can have multiple lairs. He had a decrepit house as a lair in the first It movie, which led to this underground sewer place where he had all the corpses of these people, right? But we also have the meteor that he came to Earth from. Now this could be his lair, right? Maybe underground in Derry, Maine, this is where he set up base. Or maybe there are fragments of this meteor that they are searching for as well that emit the same kind of energy that Pennywise does. Maybe through studying the remains of this meteor crash, our characters have an insight into the origin of this being. People with the power of the Shine can sense the energy, they can sense the material. We're probably, if they go this route, they might have a scene where a bunch of scientists are like, oh shit, this material is not made from anything in our galaxy, in our world. It doesn't correspond to anything even in our reality. It's interdimensional in nature. This shit's from a different reality altogether. And maybe the people with the shine are able to sense this too. Perhaps the conclusion's made, this is not from our galaxy, it's from somewhere else. Hints of the macroverse, where Pennywise comes from. Now, when we see a close-up on Operation Precept in this military warehouse, we see a couple things. We see this cylindrical object. Now, this is a scene from Stranger Things, because I don't have the actual shot. But I immediately thought of Stranger Things, the Russian experiments with them opening a portal to the Upside Down. When I saw this, there's some cylindrical object. It could be a nuclear warhead or a rocket for all I know. I don't know. But it looks like one of these gateway breacher things. Maybe the military is doing some shit like that. Maybe we're going to get a Project Arrowhead event where they try to break open a portal into the other realm to see if they can siphon more energy, like the energy that comes from Pennywise. Maybe they want another being that can give off fear. Maybe they want to find extra weapons in this other reality. It's been done before in the Stephen King universe, after all. And maybe it leads to all of them fucking dying and being killed, because we know that Pennywise is not going to be defeated and that the macroverse is not going to be opened up. Maybe all these military people, for the most part, disappear in this place, in this macroverse. Regardless, they're going to lose because we know Pennywise has to return for other movies. Okay, so what will actually go down? I believe Pennywise will first of all turn the town on each other like he already is. He's going to frame the dad for killing the kids. He's going to keep doing it. He's going to probably level a lot of crimes on the shoulders of black people, causing friction between whites and blacks, of course. And he's going to make everyone lose their minds and directly lead to the Black Spot incident where blacks get burned alive. I believe that's what's going to happen. This is going to be a really tragic show. This dude, that's where things get interesting, my friends. Because this character, like I said, is the chef in The Shining. How does he get from where he is now, in this Operation Precept to find Pennywise, to the Overlook house in The Shining? How does he get there? Did he leave there after being traumatized by the incidents of the show? Is it that he lost his memory? Maybe. That's a working theory. Did Pennywise have anything to do with it? After Pennywise defeats the military, maybe, does he take this dude, one of the only dudes with the ability to shine, and says, fuck it, I'm going to use you. And not only am I going to use you, I'm going to trap you. I'm going to trap you in a specific place. Because I know when you're trapped here, there's no getting out. Maybe Pennywise psyops this dude's brain somehow, I don't know, places him in this building to work here for the rest of his life. The Overlook Hotel. Now, for those of you who don't know, in The Shining, the Overlook Hotel itself is a sentient being. This hotel is, I think, built on some burial ground or something with a lot of killings. But this is a sentient entity that's causing all the chaos in this hotel. It's quite possible that this being and Pennywise know of each other due to the macroverse. I believe the entity that makes up the hotel in The Shining is what would be called a lesser demon of the Prim. The Prim is the existential soup of nothingness that creation came from. And after creation became a thing and all the stuff started opening up, a lot of creatures were left there, screwed on the shores of non-existence. Lesser demons of the Prim. This entity might have been one of them that escaped, because a lot of these demons can tend to escape. A lot of them are sexual predators, by the way, and come down to molest humans on Earth. Maybe this being is one of them, and instead of sexually assaulting a human, it decided, cool, I'm going to take the form of some kind of building. I'm going to possess it, and then I'm going to kill people that way. Cause chaos. Infinite chaos. It's pure evil. Pennywise comes from the Toadash space. Maybe the show is going to take us there somehow. Maybe it'll hint at it. The Toadash space is the space between universes, between worlds. And sometimes you'll have interconnections where the Toadash space and the Prim might seep into each other. The sun's in my fucking face. There's a good chance that Pennywise and this demon, the Shining entity, know of each other. Maybe they played cards in the Prim once, or in the existential realm of nothingness. Maybe they fucked, I don't even know. But perhaps they know of each other. And Pennywise knows of this being's existence on Earth in the Overlook Hotel. Maybe Pennywise helped it get there once upon a time, because Pennywise is more powerful. Maybe Pennywise wanted the events of The Shining to happen and started them by putting this man there, this chef there. Maybe Pennywise coordinated events so that this could be his prison for those who have the shine ability, those who seek to oppose him. And you might ask, why didn't he continuously send people there? Why was it only this dude? I don't know. I don't know if this is the case. This is just a working theory. Maybe he never got the chance to send more people there because of his sleep cycle and him coming back and getting defeated every time and bullied by these kids. But regardless, it's an interesting theory. And maybe the new Welcome to Derry show could take us there. Who knows? But things are getting interesting, y'all. Let me know what you think. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.